Hey guys, it's your girl. It's November 2nd, which means 11 days to my 26th birthday. And day two, we're talking about more family. So, as of where I left off, obviously, I joined the military, whatever. But let's go back to my younger days, y'all. So, basically, like I said, I have a brother. His name is Tyreek. We really don't talk that much. We talk here and there. But then, like I said, growing up, it was a very toxic household. I don't talk to any of my family members, in quotation, because obviously, like I said, I basically got adopted, but not adopted by my aunt and uncle, which don't know how that works. This is all the stuff that I'm just telling you what they told me. So obviously, like, I lived in New York, then I moved to New Jersey, and then moved from New Jersey, moved to North Carolina. And honestly, once we moved to North Carolina, that's when everything just started going bad, honestly. And yeah, it just started going bad. And me personally, like I said, I just didn't and don't and still don't think that my aunt and uncle should have been parents. I just, that's what it is. It is what the end of the day is. Like, don't get me wrong, which is kind of crazy to say, I'm thankful for everything that has happened to get me to the point where I am in my life. But I still just don't think that he should have been parents at all. Like, not everybody has to be parents or should want to be parents, And I know it's kind of crazy to say, but just thinking about it, I just don't think that they should have been, literally, at all, whatsoever. But they did, and it is what it is. And so, like I said, I have my siblings. They all were adopted by them. Me, I was not, because I still had a sperm donor that was still alive, so they couldn't physically adopt me. And I just remember one day, this is like when I was probably like 13, 14, 15, 16, around that time frame, when my aunt, she basically came to me and was just like, hey, so we've been trying to find your dad. We can't find your dad. Like, we did investigations and all that stuff, which as a child, obviously I have to believe their word for it, which honestly, me personally, I don't think that they really looked hard enough. No offense. You could take it however you want to take it. It is what it is. I don't think that they looked hard enough for it, for him. And so she asked me, she was like, so, you've been living with us for a while. Like, do you want to, like, change your last name into their last name? Now, mind you, their last name is Simmons. Mine's is Satterfield, right? Because I still have my father's last name. Sperm donor's last name. And so I straight up told her no. I said no. I was like, no, I just want to keep my last name because, I have something to remember where I come from. And low key, this is how you know when you have someone who's a narcissistic and just thinks of them only and what will do for them. And we'll just talk about that later in life, But when I said no, like, y'all, when I said no, I promise you, I kid you not, she literally looked at me like in utter disgust, as if like, why would I not want to change my last name to Simmons? And obviously I'm posting this stuff, and of course she's gonna be like, that never happened. And that's the one thing that she always says, like, I don't remember, which obviously a narcissist, an evil ass person, is never going to remember the shit that they did wrong. They're always gonna remember what you did wrong, so as in you, as in me, what I did wrong, but they'll never recognize what they did wrong. And that's also another reason why I just had to stop talking to them, and her specifically, because they will just never understand what they did was wrong. Because in their eyes, they're their parent, I'm the child. Everything goes my way, nothing goes your way, literally. But yeah, she looked at me like I was like some utter disgust, and I was just like, no, I don't want to change my last name. Like, this is the only thing I have to remember him, my family-wise about, like, I'm not going to do that. And yeah, so that literally made her mad. So it is what it is. To this day, I don't care. I'm not changing my last name, never will. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, and growing up, this is, like I said, this is gonna make people mad, but there was a total of 6 of us altogether, I think, y'all. So there was Erica, she's the oldest, right? She has like 3 kids. Met her a couple times. Seems like a sweet lady. Don't know her. Don't want to get to know her. Honestly, it's sad. It's sad to say, but I don't. Then there's Quinette, aka Izetta or Zetta. She's the second oldest, and she's a cool person, but at the same time, like, she does take advantage of people because she would always ask me for money and be like, I'll pay you back. Never did. Which I'm not holding it against her because at the end of the day, you needed it more than me. So it is what it is. Cool person, you know. I kind of fucks with her. I kind of don't. I just don't talk to them. Like I said, I just don't talk to anybody. Like, I've just come to the point in my life where I just don't care. Then there's my older brother. His name is Quentin. He is physically disabled. There's so much stuff I could say about him, but I'm not going to say. I'm just still mad, though, like, the way he chose to do his life. It is what it is. Done deal. Then there is the golden child, which they refuse. My aunt and uncle refuse to claim he's a golden child, but he literally is. He literally is. His name is Quincy. He will get mad that I said what I said. To this day, he's literally the fucking golden child. He can suck my dick about it. He is. It is what it is. Then there's me, obviously. I guess to consider the middle child. You know, there's me. Then there's my little sister. Her name is Kiara. She was born 3 years after me on the same day. Still will never get over the fact that I had to share a birthday with her to this day because it was easier, which I truly hate. And she got everything she fucking wanted on her birthday because I was the oldest, so I had to get everything to her per family, which honestly I fucking hated, but it is what it is. That's probably the reason why I don't really care about my birthday that much, to be honest, which it is what it is. And then there's my little brother. His name is Zaire, and he's a case. It is what it is. But those are the siblings that I have, y'all. And then, like I said, I have my brother Tyreek, who's like my actual biological sibling. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure I have other siblings too that my fucking sperm donor dad had that I don't know about, which, you know, wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, y'all. And so growing up, I've always was deemed the person who had an attitude, which me personally, I just didn't like fucking being around any of y'all. I just did not like being around y'all. And they would always make fun of me, pick on me, and I mean, we would do the same thing as all as little kids. I mean, we were kids, but I more so took it to heart is because I just felt like of all the other things, though, you really had to make fun of my appearance. You know, like, I never made fun of none of y'all appearances at all, but y'all make fun of my appearance, which I know y'all was just some hating ass hoes. It is what it is. I said what I said. Y'all can at me about it. Y'all can fight me about it. I really don't care. Yeah, and then, you know, like I said, growing up, it was just toxic. Like, the golden child, he got everything he wanted. Basically, in a nutshell, everyone else was forced to live in his image, which is kind of weird to say, though, because only thing that he was good at was being social and being really, really smart. That was it. He had no common sense. He had no street smarts, none of that shit. So, it is what it is. But yeah, basically we had to grow up and look in his image, and I even told my aunt, I was just like, you spent more time with him and make sure everything was good with him, to the point where that y'all gave him laptops and cars, and everybody else just had to fend for ourselves. And to this day, she will come out her mouth and say that I never treated any of y'all differently, when you damn sure did. But like I said, she will try to pretend that none of this shit happened to make her image look good. And that's one thing about a narcissist that y'all have to realize. They will make it seem like you are the most shittiest, disgusting, wormhole piece of shit, while they are literally a princess in God's eye, like, can never do no fucking wrong. But in the end, she was Mother Gothel. If you know who that is, you know who that is. She was Mother Gothel. And so, yeah. And growing up, basically, I couldn't have any friends, even though he could have friends and he could go hang out with them, but anybody else could not until, like, she vetted for them, but she would never take the time out of the day to actually go meet my friend's parents. So basically, I was held prisoner in my own home because I could never go out, never could hang out with friends. Yeah, so that was it. So basically, I lacked no social skills. I probably still don't lack social skills, but at the end of the day, I really don't like humans anyway. So I think it's like a win-win, y'all. But yeah. And then there was my uncle. He is literally the worst. He literally was like, he just did anything that she wanted him to do because he was so in love with her. But me personally, I could never be in love with someone who literally called me stupid every fucking day, who literally thought she was better than me because she got an education and he didn't. And then when he was trying to get an education, she literally did not want to help the man's. Like, like I said, I'm literally exposing everything. Like, and at the end of the day, they're gonna expose me too. Like I said, I've done some shit that I'm not proud of, but I've made my bed and laid in it. You know, it is what it is.